Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. And I'm not going to say that this is the storm to end all storms by any stretch of the imagination, but we are into a colder weather pattern now. The jet stream is amplifying. It has the ability to send cold air. There's the ability for the southern jet to bring in moisture and storms. The Arctic oscillation has gone negative, so much of the winter has been positive, and when it's positive, it tends to favor warmer than average temperatures across our region of the country. With that said, the negative Arctic oscillation, tends to favor a colder, stormier pattern. Now, with that said, December, when we had the snow in December, the Arctic oscillation was positive. We had a cold core low come through here. It was not widespread cold across the United States, but there was a pocket of cold air law that came through, and it was enough to bring us snow in December. Now, it has been just an incredibly mild winter so far. We're going into this colder weather pattern. What I'm going to show you here is the European model in three animations, or three different panels, parameters. I'm going to look at three products from this model. But with the disclaimer that this is just one model. I don't want people to go out there and say, Todd Jacobian said it's going to snow. Todd Jacobian said we're going to have ice. No. What I'm doing and what I want to make sure that I clarify here on the blog is that I'm just presenting to you the forecasting challenges. Do we believe the European model? It has some credibility. We're getting within the window that if it continues to show this, the forecast may get a little dicey by the beginning of next week. There are other models that are warmer. They could be right, that show mainly just a cold rain. Now, the way the European model is setting the stage with this is the fact that we're going to go into this, the precipitation coming in as a cold pump of air brings in cold air, but that cold supply begins to move away throughout the day on Monday as the precipitation comes in. So it's a case where your best chance for wintry weather, again, I'm just basing this off of one run of the model here that I'm going to show you, but you're looking at a situation where you start the day off with the wintry mix across the state with temperatures gradually warming from south to north, and it converts it over to rain. Can that change? Oh my gosh, it can change. It can change like crazy. It's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock, I'm sorry, and this is not until next Sunday night and Monday. But I just wanted to show you, some of my colleagues may accuse me, and you can go right ahead and do that, of wish casting. But you're darn right I'm going to wish cast because I want the snow in Arkansas because our time is running out. If I'm on the air, I'm going to forecast. I'm going to do it to the best of to my ability according to the science at hand and according to the data at hand. But here on the Arkansas Weather Blog, I'm going to show you a model that puts a smile on my face. And for all of you snow lovers out there, I hope it puts a smile on your face too. So again, not a big storm, but hey, it's something. Let's get into it. All right, we're now into the model data. You're looking at the surface of the European, and let me explain to you everything we're looking at. We're going to look at three different animations here, loops of data. First of all, enclosed in this blue line, this is your surface area of high pressure, okay? Here's your low pressure out here over West Texas, and you're setting up an easterly wind through Arkansas. That's very important. You want to keep an east to northeast wind. This is your cold supply. That's your cold pump of air right there, okay? Your moisture feed, your moisture is with this area of low pressure with the moisture coming off the Gulf and overriding that cold dome here at the surface. You see this line here, this solid yellow line? That's what we call the 540 thickness line. This is usually the indicator of the rain-snow line. Everything to the north is snow. Everything to the south is rain or something else. All right, so let's take you through this. This is on Sunday at noon, okay? So we're getting colder air in here. And this goes into 6 p.m., all right? This is 6 p.m. on Sunday. There's the 540 line. Look at the precipitation. You get the cold pump of air here. You got high pressure in place, but watch how this high, it stays with us, and that 540 line is draped across northern Arkansas. Precipitation starts to push into western Arkansas here. This is at midnight, Monday morning. This is at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. on Monday. There's the 540 line. Here's your high pressure at the surface, and it's beginning to move away. Now, as that's beginning to move away, you'll get a return flow on the back side of that. However, you've got precipitation going into probably a cool dry air mass towards the surface. So at the surface, even though you have high pressure moving away, you should be getting return flow. Temperatures can be slow to respond to the return flow. And as you can see here, despite high pressure moving away, we're keeping an easterly flow. The European model by Monday at noon has the 540 line right through central Arkansas. So depending on some of these surface temperatures, north of this here in Arkansas, you're talking about some sort of frozen precipitation. South of it, depending on surface temperatures, you're talking about rain or ice. More likely rain. The temperature is going to be very marginal. But the 540 line continues to be draped across Arkansas here. This is by 6 p.m. on Monday. And you're still getting precipitation coming down. But notice as that high pressure moves away, the warm air starts to really make its influence felt. See the southerly winds, the clockwise circulation, those blue lines now going around that high. You're getting a southerly flow. And that 540 line you can see is pushing off towards the north. So you're getting warming in the lower levels of the atmosphere. So this is a situation where you have a wintry mix and it would turn to rain eventually at some point. Okay, now we're going to go upstairs. This is the next sequence of maps I'm going to show you. This is 850 millibars. This is what I want you to pay attention to. You see this line right here, the difference between these contours where you have this lighter blue and this kind of aqua color. That's at 5,000 feet approximately, and that's a very important line to look at. That freezing line at 850 millibars will indicate, that's at 5,000 feet, indicates where the 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degree Fahrenheit line is. All right, this is Sunday at noon. All right, this is Sunday at 6 p.m. This is now midnight. Notice how southern Arkansas is above freezing at that 5,000 foot stage. You want it to be below freezing all the way from the ground up to into the clouds. You want it to stay below freezing for snow. And you got that situation here from 850 millibars. You see that the temperatures are 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degree Fahrenheit, everything north of that line right there across northern and central Arkansas. Let's continue to go into, let's see, this is midnight. No, this is midnight on Monday. What am I doing? Yeah, midnight on Monday. There's that freezing line right there, right through central Arkansas. And then you go to 6 a.m. on Monday. Notice this is the freezing line continuing to hold across portions of western through southern Arkansas. And what you may have the case here is it starts precipitating and it kind of cools the column a little bit here. So it may be getting a little bit colder here. So this is when the precipitation is moving in. And so everything north of that line is looking good for sleet or snow, especially in that area. Go throughout the day at noon. Notice how that line, still in southern Arkansas, but it's beginning to push northward. Again, it's responding to that high, which is moving away, and you're starting to get a return flow and warmer air coming in. That's by Monday at 6 p.m. So again, starting off with the wintry mix, but by the end of the day, it could be just plain rain. Now, let's show you the European model and the snowfall interpretation from the European. Again, this is just going to show you snowfall, where it's going to be snowing. This here is that the snowfall accumulation is what it's showing. 6 a.m. on Monday, and it's trying to show some accumulation across the state, with the majority of it across Texas Panhandle to Oklahoma and into Missouri. Look at what happens by noon. This is indicating up to an inch or 2 inches of snow, especially in the higher elevations of western Arkansas. That's by noon on Monday. And then here, another 6 hours later, it's showing about an inch of snow across the northern, almost 2/3 of Arkansas, including central and northern Arkansas. And then watch how this just moves away and diminishes as that warm air starts to come in. So that's the way I see it right now, according to this one model. We have a gazillion models out there to look at, and this one, of course, makes me want to wishcast that something happens. So we'll keep you updated here on the Arkansas Weather Blog. And on Facebook, look me up, Todd Jacobian. You can follow me there for immediate updates, as well as Twitter, KATV_weather. Thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.